tell me, who is Wainachi Fortune?
Okay, hello, good afternoon. Wainachi Fortune is the first out of 5 children of Mr. Wainachi Aaron, and I hail from the northwest region of Cameroon, precisely from Com, so I'm a Bicom girl.
Okay.
Fortune is a girl very passionate about capacity building, especially when it has to do with the female gender. I am a trained nurse, and presently I'm a public health epidemiologist teaching, lecturing with INSAM at Omnispore. Fortune actually works with the Soul Reapers Band, which is how to capacitate students, not only spiritually but educationally, to teach them how to study, for excellence, and how to build their career goals right from a tender age.
That's Wainachi. And we get to know you were one of the fellows of YALI. So tell us a bit about YALI.
Okay, talking about fellows of YALI, I just came back from Ghana like a month ago. I was part of the cohort 12. We called it the landmark cohort because it's one of the last for the moment. We're going to have another cohort before the program actually slows down a little bit. YALI actually stands for Young African Leaders Initiative, and this is a program which is out to capacitate young leaders, future leaders of Africa. It's a program that was initiated by President Obama in 2010, and you can see that out of 60% of Africans are made up of youths below the age of 35, and this is a very active group. We complain every day that our leaders are not treating us well, our leaders are not leading well. Probably it's because of the way they grew up. Probably it's because of how they saw things. And if we need to affect change in our nations, in Africa, in West Africa, in Central Africa, and in Africa as a whole, we're going to have to start teaching youths from a very tender age so that they can know what is expected of them as leaders. YALI actually, during our on-site training, what happened is we had 3 different branches. We have 3 different brands, let me say, hands of it. We have civic leadership, we have public policy and governance, and we have entrepreneurship and business. And all of this is how to groom people, youths who are actually in this domain. I was for civic leadership. This is because, one, civic leadership organizations, these are organizations that have many branches, quite right. We can have faith-based organizations which still constitute parts of civic leadership. We have community-based organizations, we have NGOs, and these people's main priority, our priority as civic leaders, is to foster the interest of the community, foster the interest of the common man, and to hold the government accountable for what they say they want to do. So my passion in civic leadership is promoting gender equality and capacity building among the young girls.
Okay, as a young Cameroonian and a medical practitioner, instead of going into things that maybe will enhance healthcare, you go into CV issues, gender issues, what really gives you that kind of motivation to go into such?
Okay, let me just throw more light. I have my civic life and I have my professional life, which is the health aspect. And at some point, I converge the two. Gender equality has so many aspects, and I'm particularly passionate about gender-based violence. And gender-based violence is an aspect that affects the health of the woman and the men too. Many times we talk about gender-based violence, people look at just the women. Men too are violated, and it's something that has to do with health too. So when people look at health as just the absence of disease and so on, health is a psychosocial. When you say someone is healthy, the person has to be psychologically healthy, physically healthy, and emotionally healthy. And people who are abused, people who are not treated well, cannot be regarded as healthy people. So my knowledge in health helps me to be able to help my community. So it is a blend between health and my civic life.
What's your push? Is it like there was some instance, something happened someday that pushed you into gender activities, or you just got up one day and it dawned on you that I should go into this? Was there a particular thing that happened and you like seeing this thing, I am not comfortable with this status quo, I should go into something like this?
Okay, I hail from the Comland, and the Comland has the issue of matrilineal succession. And the Comland, it's very normal to hear a man refer to a woman, that thing I bought with my money. And women have no voice. They don't have a voice. They are regarded as articles in the house. They are regarded as properties, and they are treated anyhow. I grew up seeing women in their homes in pain, treated less than human beings. During widow rites, they were given water from the husband's cups to drink, maltreated by their fellow women and by the men from the husband's family. And most of the women were not well educated. They have even been made to understand that they are not supposed to study and go far because it will make them not to get married. So I've grown up seeing. I remember one time a man, after I had my honorary level, a man walked up to my parents and told them that she has an honorary level now. Open a store and put her in it. Why are you training a woman who is going to end up in a different man's home? So that has been a sickness that's eaten into Africans. It on people particularly. So I'm not out to make women to revolt against their husbands. I'm out to make them to know that they can be responsible women, respectable women, but they can still achieve anything they want to achieve in life.
Okay. Now preach to us that YALI's gospel. What was it that you people heard they were preaching at YALI that you want to share with somebody?
Okay. In the civic leadership tract, we're taught on ethical leadership. Ethical leadership is not enough to be a leader. Ethics is morals, it's what is right, what is supposed to be done, and what is not supposed to be done. So if you are supposed to be ethical leaders, you have to lead people in the right way and lead them right. So I learned in civic leadership that I have to stop seeing problems in my environment. I have to start seeing opportunities. I have to stop seeing what the government has not done and start seeing what I can do as an individual. It's normal for us to move around and what they call on social entrepreneurship and genderbased and social entrepreneurship, which is also how to foster our ability to be able to see opportunity, harness of them, and make money. Not only making money from them, while making money, we help our community from that. For instance, we see litters of plastic waste everywhere. We can see it like, Isakam is not working well. But somebody who has an entrepreneur mind will see that I can decide to use this plastic waste to recycle it. While I'm recycling it, I'm helping the environment, I'm making money, and I'm improving the health of my community. So, YALI actually is out to bring out the best in leaders, and it actually brought out the best in me. While going for YALI, I could see problems everywhere. But when I came back from YALI, I started seeing opportunities everywhere. YALI helped us to be able to know that we can start little while thinking big. It helped us understand that we Africans must stop letting the white man think for us. That we have to start thinking for ourselves. We have everything we need. We're taught again on sustainability of our organizations. And the message in sustainability of existing organizations was we have to grow above it. Most of the reasons why we fail and as Africans, it's because we feel that for our organizations to work, for our NGOs to work, for our field-based organizations to work, we must have grants, we must have funds. We were taught on how to raise funds for our own organization and keep them running. To run organizations while raising money for them. To run sustainably.
So, what did you learn at YALI 2018, the last edition for the year?
Okay, I learned that I am the change that's needed for Africa. That if Africa must change, it starts with me.
Okay. Maybe share with us some of the experiences, what you enjoyed out there in Ghana, all of that.
Okay, what I enjoy, oh my god, the networking aspect of it was a blast. I really loved it. I had this family, I was able to build this family from 9 different parts, 9 different countries. I have friends like all over Africa now. I can say that if I'm traveling to Gambia, if I'm traveling to Nigeria, to Ghana, and so on, I definitely have where I'm going to link up. I mean, I will not have a problem because I created a family. That is one of the best gifts that YALI gave me. And again, I was able to meet with so many people who are doing so many different things. And it helped to harness my knowledge. It broadened my scope. And it gave me ideas on things I could do back in my nation. I was able to see youth, dynamic youths who are doing so many things in their nation. And it helped me to be able to know some of the things that I can do back in my nation. And that gift was, oh my God, the Kakum experience was really amazing. That was a visit to one of the forest reserves in West Africa. And it was really where we had to walk on ropes that are like 100 feet high. And it was so interesting how scary it was and so nice. And yeah, it was a blast.
So now you attended YALI and you're back in Cameroon. You learned about what the youth can do in order to better his or her community. You came back, what are you doing in the field?
Okay. Currently, back in Cameroon, we didn't go as individuals, we went as a team from Cameroon, representing Cameroon.
Okay.
And we found in
How many
different
of you
parts.
were there from
We're
Cameroon?
8 of us from Cameroon.
Okay.
Okay, so we are working as a team in Cameroon. And we've divided ourselves to different regions. Those in the Northwest region, what we started doing there is we had a skill what training session, like an art display.
Okay.
Where youths, given that they don't have schools there anymore, where youths of different arts, of different talents were brought together, and we had a talent show, talent display. And the objectives of this was to be able to publish, I mean, to open up these youths to probable funders. And it was really good because we had youths from different talents harnessed and displayed. In Yaoundé, what we are planning to do, what we are executing this January, is we are targeting like 7 schools where we work with students. And our passion is to teach them on career orientation, how to choose a career pattern in life, because many of them leave high school confused on what pattern to choose. Secondly, we want to teach them on purpose, for them to understand their purpose here on earth. Thirdly, on how to use social media productively. Social media is a very important tool in civic leadership, in business, in public management, and so on. But social media can be very catastrophic if it's not well used. Most of our youths don't even know how to use it, and that's why they find themselves messed up because of this very social media. So we are taking it as a challenge to teach them how they can use social media to sell themselves in a positive way, to make jobs for themselves, to make their businesses grow. So that is what we are doing.
Okay.
And we started this January.
And in the area of job creation, have you been able to come out with something?
That one is in the incubator, and I would like to hold it for now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
Yeah. Now you tell us, what does it take to be a YALI fellow?
Okay. Unfortunately, the next cohort the admission for the next cohort just got suspended. Suspended. It ended on the 6th of January. That was for cohort 13, Ghana and Nigeria. Because it's not only Ghana, we have Nigeria, we have Dakar, Senegal. So the admission just ended on the 6th. Honestly, it happens like there's a questionnaire sent online where people get to fill. The purpose of this feeling is we don't want to just get everybody. We want to get people who know what they are doing, people who are doing something so they can be strengthened, and people who know why they are going there. It's not only going for leisure, and that's why the questionnaire is sent online. And when you fill the questionnaire now, selection is done based on that questionnaire that has been filled out. And when selection is done now, you have an online phase of the training, which takes 2 weeks. Then the on-site phase takes 3 weeks. So it's a training for 5 weeks.
And so, who is eligible to apply?
People between the ages of 18 to 35 are eligible to apply.
No academic qualification?
No. No, it's not the issue of academic qualification. Between the ages of 18 to 35, you're passionate about leadership, you're passionate about making a change in your community, you're passionate about business, you're passionate about policy advocacy, you are eligible to apply. Then additionally, for you to be able to be current, I advise you to follow the YALI face-to-face on Facebook. It's going to keep you current. You also have the yes, YALI face-to-face actually keeps you current on Facebook, so you can apply. You can subscribe to YALI face-to-face on Facebook. You go to YouTube, you find us too, or YALI Regional Leadership Center Accra. You see what people are doing. They're both on Facebook and on YouTube.
Okay. Now, look at it from there. You went attended YALI 12, that's cohort 12 in Ghana, I'm making it, and you are back in Cameroon. Are you seeing possibilities of changing something in the upcoming days in Cameroon?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
And what is your advice to the youth?
My advice to the youth is the change we need in Africa starts with you. You don't have to wait for the government to do things for you. The government is you. Africa is you. Cameroon is you. If you want to achieve, you don't need to use the microwave technique that everybody is rushing in for. They want things now. Start little while dreaming big. And when you start little, with the little that you started with, you'll be able to look back tomorrow and see how far you have gone. If we all start sweeping in front of our houses, Africa is going to be clean. The whole of Africa is going to be clean. Stop blaming the government, stop blaming your family, stop blaming people, and start doing something.
So, thank you so very much.
Thank you too.